curtains sway gently by the window, and you're sleeping. Tender wind dancing on my skin makes me stay in bed a little longer to hear you breathing. Long for those quiet days when the hours drift away. Petals fall on the window pane as the clouds above float away. Evening comes with a fading summer light. Twilight air drifting through the window, and you're sleeping.
mommy, oh no, am I thinking again? 취해버린 날 다 잊으려 해봐도 잘 안 돼. Cause you are still on my mind. Wasted and lonely's a bad combination. Can you say you miss me too? Cause I think I'm still in love with you. Just gotta say it, get it off of my chest. Even if it's something that I'll probably regret. I've fallen way too deep. Don't pity me please. 아무리 기다려봐도 울리지 않는 번호들. Oh no, am I thinking again? 취해버린 나 다 잊으려 해봐도 잘 안 돼. Cause you are still on my mind. Yeah. Wasted and lonely's a bad combination. Can you say you miss me too? Cause I think I'm still in love with you. With you.
ask me how I really feel. The best things in life's for free. We are all part of the deal. You either tie it down or let it be. Oh, but every time it goes to hell, you figure out you might as well sit back and enjoy the show. Might be the end for all we know. Ooh, hey. Never mind what people say. You better burn them, fade away. Good times may come again. The bad news just falls like rain.
그런 드라마 알아내도 할 것 같은 느낌. 걷다 눈이 마주치면 설레임. 살짝 겹친 손을 떼지 못한 채로 I know 이게 그냥 우연 같진 않다는 걸. 버스창에 비친 우리 실루엣 괜히 드라마 속 한 장면 같아. Oh yeah. 흔들리는 내 맘 같은 쪽으로 기울고 창밖 모든 풍경은 빠르게만 지나가. 우리 말 안 해도 아는 이 미묘한 거리감. 조금만 더 다가가도 될 것 같아. Right here now. 조명도 대사도 없는 우리만 하는 이 드라마. 끝이 어딘지 몰라도 지금 여기면 됐어. 주연도 조연도 없는 우리가 만든 이 장면. 아무도 모르게 우리가 만든 이 드라마.
You are my permanent. 다시 태어난데도 너와 한평생 함께하고 싶을 뿐이야. You don't know what you mean to me. 사랑으로만 채워 우리 페이지. 너를 한 단어로 표현하자면
I was done with the chase, done with the games. Gave up on love and I was lost in the dark. So used to being alone at home with no one to hold. Out of luck, was
was tired of all of the wasted nights, but you, out of the blue, like an angel I can see from afar. You swept me off my weary feet, like we're meant to be. I'm convinced it was the way that you pulled me under. So suddenly, I can feel the chemistry, oh it's so heavy. I confess I don't need nobody else. I could fall in love with you, my baby, over and over again. When you know, cause I knew the very moment we met is forever. I want you to know, baby, I'll give you my all. Cause with you and I, summer night, stars align, baby. When you know, yes I know that you and I may belong together. I want you to know, baby, I'll give you my all. Cause every day I spend with you is always better than yesterday. You got me weak from my head to my feet. Girl, you make it so easy. Now I'm falling in love yet again.
I was halfway through a sentence when the thought of you just settled in. Not a movie kind of moment, just there without me noticing. Cause I memorized your edges, yeah.
is patient, love is kind. Love is your friend all the time. Love is me and love is you. Love will make you feel brand new. That's love. That's love. That's love. Don't you want just to get a little bit too gone, baby? I've been listening all night long, all night long. You're the one dancing with your cigarette, carefree. Me, I wanna be with you all night long, all night long. Baby, you move me like a movie. You groove me like a groove. You're doing something to me, and I wanna be the one. I wanna be the one for you. Standing there, music like a flower in your head. I wanna let you power in all night long, all night long. Overtime, the way your body boogieing all night, shaking, shimmy and sugar, yeah, all night long. I can see in your eyes that you will love every hour. What's wrong? Yeah, you're right. I know that's your superpower. I know you're sneaking out at midnight. It's hard for me to realize. Got me feeling jealous, why you can't explain it with your new lover. And every time I see you, no matter what you say, I feel some kind of way. You got me coming back for more and you drive me insane. I know you got so many issues, I ain't trying to fix you, cause you know I just can't get enough of your loving. And every time I kiss you, hey, do I turn into a point in taking cover? I know there ain't no other. I know you got your so many issues. Ain't trying to fix you. Cry me a river, right as you quiver. You'll be the sinner, let me believe it. got me coming back for more and you drive me insane. I know you got so many issues, I ain't trying to fix you, cause you know I just can't get enough of your loving. And every time I kiss you, hate who I turn into. No point in taking cover, I know there ain't no other. I know you got your so many issues.
네.